Good work, guys. I mean, you were really great. And Zace, hey, anyone tried the fish tonight? That's not so good, Al. Yeah.
Wow, this is amazing. It's live.
Isn't it exciting?
Yes, it's great. Oh my God, it's almost go time.
I'm so excited.
1 minute.
The show starts in 1 minute.
Look at that. I'm too excited. I want to head now.
No. No. No.
I don't live here anymore. I'm visiting, and I'm just trying to see Facebook. And I was like, I wasn't sure if it was real. And I was like, I'm just going to 4 days. I don't care. It's real. I'm so excited. 2 years in the making. I know. Okay, perfect. See, there you go.
She's got you beat for longest travel.
On with results.
Hello, everyone. Oh, okay. Welcome to Bronze Al dedication. I'm leading off the talks today. Yay. So my name's Jason Hedman. Most of you know that. Thank you. I'm the co-host of the Ktown Connects Podcast, along with my partner, Donny Stancato, who's around here somewhere. You'll be hearing from him shortly. He'll have the jokes. He's the funny guy. So in addition to the podcast, I'm also an artist and a Kenosha historian. And I'm proud to be here today. I'm going to talk to you about why we have a Bronze Al before us here. So Kenosha's had its fair share of famous faces, but so many of them have moved past our hometown. They focus on the present. They don't look back at what actually made them who they are. Al was not one of those people. Al loved Kenosha. He loved growing up in Kenosha. He loved the people in Kenosha. He loved returning to Kenosha, which he did more times than we can count throughout his long years. Al was born June 24th, 1919. Same birthday as Kelsey. Yay! The youngest of 10 children.
You look great.
The Molinaro family grew up in a modest house at 2417 53rd Street. Al's quest to perform began at a young age, bringing a ukulele to McKinley School to perform for his friends. He would frequently go to the Vogue Theater over there on 52nd Street, catch the latest films, and dream of someday being on the big screen. He worked many jobs as a young man, but always had that urge to act. And he knew that Hollywood wouldn't come to Kenosha, so he had to go to Hollywood. In the early 50s, he bought a bus ticket and had to give it a shot. When he arrived in Hollywood, he was destined to make it on his own, without any outside help. He purposely avoided actor Don Amici, another Kenosha native, even though their brothers went to school together and their fathers owned a tavern together. Al said, "I didn't want him to think I was trying to impose and see if I could get me a break." He landed one role in 1954 in the film Love Me Madly, but that was tough for him to land that second job. Al was struggling. His brother Emil went up to pay him an unannounced visit, found him depressed and unemployed. Al's spirit had been broken. He cried to his brother, "Don't tell everybody I failed." Emil returned to Kenosha, but he didn't hold that promise. His family and friends pulled together some cash for Al so he could make it a little longer and hold on to that dream he had. Al took that money and began a debt collection agency. And after selling that business, he began investing in property. And one property made him a lot of money. And that removed the financial pressure that made waiting for casting directors call a little bit easier. After years of determination, Al refused to give up. And in 1969, he finally got a little break when he landed the role of Agent 44 on the TV show Get Smart. Throughout this time, Al would always be practicing his craft in improv groups and acting classes. One of his fellow students was a young actress named Penny Marshall. She was the brother of writer and producer Gary Marshall, and you would later know her as Laverne in Laverne and Shirley. And I think Carol's dressed as Laverne somewhere here. Penny Marshall told her brother about this funny little middle-aged Italian guy in her improv class, and said his talent should not be ignored. Gary Marshall was working on bringing The Odd Couple to television, and bam, Al was cast as Officer Murray on the hit sitcom and would appear in 73 episodes throughout the show's 5 seasons. Later in life, Al said, "I spent 20 years here before I got anything going, and from that, I got lucky. You've got to be lucky and in the right place at the right time." Oh, sorry, I need a little drink of water. I wrote this way too long, sorry. We're getting through it, though. I'm a historian, I can't help it. So. In 1976, he got lucky again when producer Gary Marshall was looking to replace Pat Morita on one of his other shows, Happy Days. The sitcom, already 3 seasons in and an established hit, was set in Milwaukee, which made it natural for Al. His role as Al Delvecchio on the show was the lovable figure of an approachable adult in what was seemingly a teenage world. In the 5th season of Happy Days, the writers were taking some big leaps. For their upcoming episode, they planned on to introduce this new character. His name was Mork, and he would be an alien. But when Mork actor John Biner couldn't do the role, they needed somebody funny. Producer Gary Marshall asked the cast, "Hey, you guys got any ideas?" And Al raised his hand. He had a friend in his improv class who thought might suit the role. His name, Robin Williams. Throughout his rising success, Al never stopped caring about Kenosha. He would come home several times a year. Sometimes it was a quiet visit with family. Other times would be to help celebrate his little hometown. And this is a fun fact. In 1978, the Kenosha City Council proclaimed May 20th as Al Molinaro Day due to his donations to the Bradford High School Scholarship Fund. And what's today, May 13th? So close. We should just let it sit under the tarp for another week, right? In 1980, at the height of his popularity, Al returned to Kenosha to take the stage in the Lakeside Players production of Never Too Late, which took place over 2 weekends at the old Bradford High School. Al said, "I physically left Kenosha, but emotionally, I was never able to leave that town. I'd drive past my old house on 53rd Street. I'd get out, walk the street, touch the telephone pole, things like that." After Happy Days, Al continued to work, reprising his role in the spin-off Joni Loves Chachi, and then guest spots on other shows, including all 22 episodes of the sitcom The Family Man in 1990. Anybody remember that? Me neither. So. One season, so I guess no one. That's why I didn't last. But he portrayed toilet paper superhero Mr. Big in a set of TV spots, and famously as the eager-to-visit grocery clerk in the Encore frozen dinner commercials. In 1994, Al came out of retirement to appear in the music video for Weezer's Buddy Holly. The video was set in a Happy Days diner, with several clips from the show incorporated to make the band appear like they were on the TV show itself. Al introduced the band. You heard in the intro music. "Okay, kids, Arnold's proud to present Kenosha, Wisconsin's own Weezer." Al's little shout out to his hometown began a rumor, which probably still exists to this day, which I'll once again publicly denounce: no, Weezer is not from Kenosha.
Liar.
From every account I could find, Al Molinaro was a genuinely nice man, a loyal husband, devoted father, a humble and kind human being all around. He was such a nice guy that he refused to take any roles in R-rated films. He said, "I don't want to do a movie that I couldn't watch with my mother if she were alive." When asked what the best advice he ever got, Al said, "Never mind the buck, try to do things you can be proud of." Al Molinaro was one of a kind, an anomaly from his family, which was a local political dynasty. One brother became a long-serving district attorney and judge, and another served decades in the Wisconsin legislature. Meanwhile, Al became the guy saying, yep, 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 on TV for laughs. That was Al Molinaro. Now, would he fit in with the sport crowd today? That's a fun question. I'm sure you'd come in, big smile on his face, be very nice to all of us, but probably leave before the punk band started up. So, I'm extremely proud to be here today to help dedicate the statue, and I'll hand the mic over to my buddy Donny Stancato, who will talk more about the Al statue.
All right, welcome everybody. So first of all, I have to, before I start the speech, I promised Craig I would not swear in front of any children.
Thank you.
And I promised him that, so the speech is going to be terrible.
Doing a good job, Billy Nelson.
No Willie Nelson jokes today. Okay? The mayor is here, please.
Right here.
All right. So what Craig has accomplished here with this Al project is honestly very incredible. And the crazy part about it is that it all started in the most craziest way. Somebody drinking at the port. Craig happened to be drinking at the port, and he happened to come across a Facebook post, and I believe it was this man right here, Keith Pauly's Facebook post, about what Kenosha celebrity deserves a statue. So names were thrown around like Jason Hedman, Orson Welles, and Craig immediately said Al Molinaro. And he said, you know what? I'm going to make that happen. And guess what? Looks like he did. And somehow that crazy idea turned into years of hard work, stress, fundraising, Hot Wheel races, 50-50 raffles, a GoFundMe, and this entire port community coming together behind Craig to make this happen. Somehow Craig even got Jason and I to do all this crazy stuff with the Hot Wheel races, swear in front of the children, and do this right now in front of all of you. But you know what? Honestly, Craig, what you're doing here is bigger than a statue. You've created something that people are going to stop and smile at for generations. You gave Kenosha something that's here forever, something fun, and something that perfectly represents the weird heart and soul of this city, and most definitely the port. But you know, what's also funny about this is, yes, give it up for Craig. Craig is a guy who hates tourists and new customers. We all know that, right? Well, he's officially turned the port into a tourist destination. So congratulations, Craig. Your worst nightmare has finally come true. And now I want to recognize the amazing artist behind the statue, Bee Krueger. It takes a special kind of artist to bring somebody like Al Molinaro to life in bronze. So Bee, she absolutely nailed it. The detail, the character, the nose, incredible work. Great work. Bee doesn't want to speak, so naturally I'm going to pressure Craig to come up here, even though he doesn't want to. Craig, come up here and say a few words. Give it up, Craig! Give it up for Craig!
Alright, anybody knows me knows I cannot speak well in front of large crowds, so I'm going to make this real short and sweet. I really appreciate all you guys, all the contributions. Anytime you guys had an event, you guys showed up, you willingly and lovingly gave me so much to work on financially toward this statue. I can't, words, there's not enough words. Excuse me. But I just want to make it short and sweet again and just say thank you. Thanks, guys.
All right, so seriously though, thank everybody who donated and supported the Bronze Al project, because it is fucking here. There's your swear word, Craig. There's kids here. Craig, you're gonna go down in Kenosha history. You're a true legend. We're all so proud of you. I can't believe you pulled this shit off. You really did. So, all right, you guys get up here. We're going to do a countdown, and they're going to pull it all off.
Just this.
No, you're good. You're good.
All right. All right. Tell me when you want me to do the countdown. All right. Slow and steady wins the race.
Tied that good, didn't you, Craig?
He was a Boy Scout. All right. Let's do the countdown from 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Get up for Craig!
Question, is that actual prize?
People want pictures without me in her iPad. Is that like throwing good? Oh my goodness.
That is awesome. Wow. That is so cool. That is so cool.
Little column A, little column B.
Would you think that
Say, Craig, say thanks for watching. Bye.
Thanks.